Good evening. Day 19, put yourself into a better place. I'm Robert Gibbons. I'd like to say I pay homage to my mother, Dorothy, my father, Robert, my grandmothers, Versi and Maddie, my grandfathers, Jethro and Sammy Ashe. I am so happy to be in your virtual company tonight. I pulled some titles to read for you tonight, and here we start. The first title is Praise, Protest, and Song by Anya Adler Fries. And the title of her poem is Saying No. It is morning in autumn, very clear and delicate. I can hear the dying of the year, the dying of myself too, very slowly. I can hear my dying, not in my hands, but in my heart. My hands are still strong and eager for work, but my heart is tired. How much longer can I go on saying no? No, you cannot treat me like a statistic. I will not reduce myself. I will not answer your questions. No, I will not be quiet in this dirty air. I will not pretend nothing is happening here. No, I will not ignore the incredible white clouds piling up behind the mountains of power full of bombs. No, I will not smile. This frown of dismay has cut a furrow in my head. I cannot hide it or heal it anymore. I want to say yes to the sweet bird outside my window, to laugh with my children and trust the day, but I will have to go on saying no for the rest of my life. And the title of that poem is Saying No, from Praise, Protest, and Song by Anya Adler Fries. Thank you, Anya, for blessing us. The next title is from Rachel Hadas, Golden Road. And the title of Rachel's poem is called The Last Glimpse. The Last Glimpse. The dead, below or on the other side, although they bypass lighted rooms and skirt the conversation of the living, lately have begun to turn up. Something in the street, sometimes climbing the subway stairs, as passing figures that loom abruptly into familiarity. Sometimes we seem to see them, not palely present, not peripheral, but face to face. Red hair, those eyes like lamps, that height, that hat, black pants, even that laugh. I see, I hear her, instant, piecemeal, gone. The last time I glimpsed her among the living, she was standing on the corner of Broadway and 110th Street, not, as I first thought, talking on a cell phone, not talking to anyone at all, rather intently watching through the November twilight either shoppers bustling in and out of the West Side Market, or else the brightly lit fruits and vegetables on display, or something inward that I couldn't see. Alert, observant, listening, alone. I saw her from a bus. We rumbled on. But was this the last time, or did I dream it? Were there other last times? Were there none? She who stood close to the fruits of autumn before they were taken in as protection from the winter cold, at the turn of the year herself went underground. The trees are bare still. Rachel, 2 months on. The days are getting longer. When you died in late December, each day was already adding on a sliver of new light. And the title of this poem is called The Last Glimpse, from the Golden Road by Rachel Hadas. Thank you, Rachel, for blessing us. The next poem is from Henri Cole's book called Blackbird and Wolf, from Henri Cole. And the title of his poem is called Sycamores, from Henri Cole. I came from a place with a hole in it, My body wants its body behind a beard of hair, and after I emerged, all dripping wet, heavy drops came out of my eyes, touching its face. I kissed its mouth. I bit it with my gums. I lay on it like a snail on a cup. My body, whatever its nature was, revealed to me by its body. I did not know I was powerless before a strange force. I did not know life cheats us. All I knew, nestling my head in its soft throat pouch, was a hard gem-like feeling burning through me, like limbs of burning sycamores touching across some new barrier of touchability. And the title of this poem is called Sycamores, from Henri Cole's Blackbird and Wolf. Thank you, Henri, for blessing us. The last poem. I love her work. I've always engaged with this particular poet, and I'm going to end my session, day 19, with Elizabeth Bishop. Elizabeth Bishop's work from Edgar Allan Poe and the Jukebox. I'm going to read one poem from this collection entitled Suicide of a Moderate Dictator by Elizabeth Bishop. Suicide of a Moderate Dictator. For Carlos, this is a day when truth will out, perhaps leak from the dangling telephone earphones, sapping the festooned switchboard's strength, fall from the window, blow from off the seal the vague, slight, unremarkable contents of emptying ashtrays, rub off on our fingers like ink from the unproofread newspapers, crocking the way the unfocused photographs of crooked faces do that soil our coats, our tropical weight coats, like slapped at moths. Today's a day when those who work are idling, those who played must work, and hurry too to get it done with little dignity or none. The newspapers are sold, the kiosk shutters crash down. But anyway, in the night, the headlines wrote themselves. See on the streets and sidewalks everywhere, a sediments splashed even to the first floor of apartment houses. This is a day that's beautiful as well, and warm and clear. At 7 o'clock, I saw the dogs being walked along the famous beach as usual in a shiny gray-green dawn, leaving their paw prints draining in the wet. The line of breakers was steady, and the pinkish segmented rainbow steadily hung above it. At 8, 2 little boys were flying kites. And the title of this poem is Suicide of a Moderate Dictator, from Elizabeth Bishop's Edgar Allan Poe and the Jukebox. Thank you, Elizabeth. So tonight, we are still engaging in our literary art, and the more we engage, the better off we are. We are including voices in our journey, and tonight I just want to recap over those voices. I started off by reading from Praise, Protest, and Song by Anya Adler Fries. Thank you, Anya. And then after that, I went to The Golden Road by Rachel Hadas. Thank you, Rachel. And after that, I went to Blackbird and Wolf by Henri Cole. And finally, tonight, I read for Edgar Allan Poe and the Jukebox from the works of Elizabeth Bishop. If you like what I'm doing, I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Please touch the subscription button at the bottom. And this is day 19. Put yourself into a better place. I'm Robert Gibbons. Thank you.